Napoleon goes and he begins to court Josephine. And Josephine's sitting there taking off her makeup, and she's sitting there with her chambermaid, I guess, and just asking the chambermaid, should I kind of respond to his advances? And the chambermaid says, is he unwell? Is he bad? Is he unpleasant? She's like, no, he's all right.
Mm-hmm.
And so then the next scene is she invites him. She sends him a card, apparently with perfume on it. And you see him, this general acting like a middle school boy,
yes.
smelling the perfume, wiping it on his shirt, rushing out, and then going back because he forgot his hat in his excitement.
Yes.
And the scene as they're sitting there in what at least in this story is the moment they sort of locked souls and like they became entwined and in that dance for power. And so I'm going to play that clip. They're sitting here private in this room.
When you look at me, do you see an aristocrat?
No.
My husband had more than one lover. And when his head was cut off, all his mistresses watched. When I was in prison, I was told the only way to survive was to get pregnant. So, General. Do I need warn you of my indiscretions?
No, madame.
Does where I have been concern you?
No, madame.
If you look down, you'll see a surprise. And once you see it, you'll always want it.
In the beginning, she's asking, what do you see when you see me? If her past will be a problem for him.
Yes.
And in his eagerness, in his need, his desperation, he's like, whatever, anything. I would do anything for you. And then she offers him what she's offered to many men, what she offers to him to survive. She even says it. I was told that I need to get pregnant if I want to survive.
Yes.
Having a man's child is what is needed to keep me alive. And it's interesting. I've been to Uganda several times, and there is that mindset in those areas of low poverty where women will have a man's child so that he will provide for her and them. But then what happens when, and then this happens out of marriage, and the guy goes with his wife. He has one wife in the country and one wife in the city, and depending on whether he's working or at home, depends on what family he's with. And you see that desperate need to survive. But you also see, oh, if this doesn't bother you, I know how to hook you.
Yes.
You will never be able to say no again.
Yeah, it's fascinating. She's very astute. And much like Napoleon, she's extraordinarily sophisticated and intelligent and profoundly wounded. And so in some ways, on one level, you see these two adults, and on the other level, they're just two children, playing maybe like, childhood romance, right? You might say. And so what's fascinating is almost like a poker game where she goes in big at the beginning, and she's like, I'm not going to play this soft. I'm going all in because I know he's powerful and I know I'm powerful. And this is the way I'm going to play these cards. And what's fascinating is, to your point, Paul, he's so not interested in fidelity. He's not looking for love as much as he's looking to fill a need, to consume beauty. And she is incredibly attractive in that scene. I mean, I could feel the pull as a man, and I can feel the pull that says that's the prize for being a man. If I'm a man, I get the girl, and I get the sex, and I get the attention, and I get the nourishment if I'm really a man. And you feel that pull where she literally is, it's Proverbs 8, where she's just pulling him in to her clutches, not knowing that it's going to cost him his life. And so in both of them, you see the actual, how would I say it? It's almost like malnourished, right? They both are so needing
They're starving.
food.
Yeah,
They're starving. They're starving. They have everything and they have nothing, right? They're powerful people in the world, but in their souls, they're malnourished. They're starving, and they're using each other to try to fill something that actually neither of them can provide because they haven't become.